Hey, welcome to the 2021 Santa Barbara to King Harbor race competitor briefing. We're going ahead and doing this in a pre-recorded video to basically just make sure as you're heading up, as you're delivering your boat, you can just watch a YouTube video and say, okay, what am I supposed to, expect? And hopefully this will help clarify some stuff. Before we get going on this, I want to do a couple of thank yous. I want to thank Rob Miller, our chair at Santa Barbara, Dorian Harris, our chair at King Harbor, the numerous volunteers it takes to put on this event, and of course our sponsors, Ullman Sales, the Santa Barbara Chandlery, Seacoast Yachts up in Santa Barbara, Harbor Marine Works, which is in Santa Barbara, and we'll do any boat repairs if necessary in your stay here, and Von Allen Yacht Sales down in King Harbor. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this event year over year. All right, so let's start by showing you the event page. Almost everything we're going to talk about in this competitor briefing today is on this page, and it is sbyc.org/SB2KH. And you'll find it here. So obviously there's some pre-information and old start here, but when you get down here, there's all these little signs, plus signs. You can click it and expand that portion to see what's in there. Okay, so the race documents holds quite a few important things, as you'll see our sailing instructions, which have recently been posted, and it's got everything you kind of need in there as far as some important documents. We have our attachment A, schedule of starts. I'll go over that. Has been posted and is very important. Our attachment B, cruising class log, has been posted. Very important for the cruising class folks. Class assignments, very important. So once again, we'll go over all of this momentarily. Before I go any further in understanding that all of these things, the tracker, the results can be found here, logistics about what your boat delivery and arrival looks like in Santa Barbara, all this can be found here. Let's just talk about the docking for a second. So docking can be confusing as you arrive Santa Barbara. It's not actually that bad. All that you have to do is you're going to call our Santa Barbara to King Harbor docking committee on VHF channel 78 upon your arrival. They're going to direct you to the Santa Barbara accommodation dock. I'm going to pull up a map so you can kind of see what that looks like. So upon your arrival, you're coming in from the Pacific Ocean here, and you're getting in and you say, okay, call channel 78. Our dock crew is actually up on the deck of the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. And they're going to say, proceed to the accommodation dock, which is all the way up here, right in front of this Harbor Master star. Okay. And what you're going to get there, and this is important, is just a dye tab for your tank. And this is a marine sanitary device that makes sure that you're not dumping anything into the harbor. And they're going to give you a harbor map, and that's it. We don't even really want you to tie up. You get your dye tab, you hold on, you get your harbor map, and they're going to say, okay, call channel 78 again, where the dock crew will give your assignment. Okay, so let's say they say you're going to S finger end tie, Marina 1. They're going to direct you back to here, okay, and they're going to tell you if you're rafting or not rafting, etc. We're fortunate there's not too many rafting boats this year because we had a cruise go out of town, so we have a lot of spaces in the harbor, which is really great. So the SN tie. When you get there, you shouldn't be met by a crew of Youth Foundation sailors who will help you tie your boat up, and then you're good. After that, you can proceed down back to the harbor department by foot. So you just walk down, and they're going to have you sign a blue card that's kind of like a liability waiver. You've actually agreed to this during your registration process, but they're going to do it one more time. And if you wanted to buy any Marina Gate cards, you could at that time. Okay, Marina Gate cards. So they're $7 and it opens the Marina 1. Before you go and buy one, be aware that Marina 1 gate, which is right here, will be open from noon to noon on Thursday, July 29th through Friday, July 30th. Okay. Additionally, if you have a Marina Gate card from previous visits, bring it. They can reactivate it for free. So all you have to do is bring it up and they'll say, oh yeah, here it is. And they reactivate it and it works. So that's to get out of Marina 1. Again, that gate opens quite a bit during this event. So oftentimes you don't have to wait very long. But if you find yourself wanting to come in, go out on the town and come in at 2 a.m. at night, you might want to have a gate card to do that because it could be hard to get back in. Okay. A couple other notes about the marina. If you end up on a walkway or, next to a slip, Do not run electric power cables across the dock to create a tripping hazard, number one. Number two, if you are in a one slip and you're like, okay, well, this, whatever, I'm just going to plug into my neighbor's electric outlet. You can't do that. People are charged by their slip for their electricity. So the regular tenants, if you get a slip in your assignment and you have an electric cable you want to plug in, you can do that. And I don't believe there's any charge for you to plug into that, but we don't want any of our neighbors to get billed. So don't plug into a slip where a boat is already moored, please. Let's see here. Alcohol is permitted within the marinas. So there's these little gates at the edge of each marina, at the beginning of each marina, and within the marina, you can walk around with a cup of beer. When you leave the marina, you are not allowed to do that. So as you can see, there's this short walk from the Santa Barbara Yacht Club where the party will take place Thursday night to the marina. Technically speaking, there is no alcohol permitted on that short walk. So you should be drinking and finishing your beer at the yacht club. And then you can go down, open the marina gate, and then go get a beer from your boat and drink beer from your boat. But this is public here, okay? And obviously anywhere outside the marina, anywhere outside the beaches of the Santa Barbara Yacht Club, okay? So no alcohol in the public areas. Restrooms and showers are located here and here, and again, accessible with Marina Gate card. They will get you into those. There's also a restroom within the Santa Barbara Yacht Club that will be open pretty late Thursday night, as we're going to be partying late, I imagine. So those are available to you. Let's see here. There's also showers in there. Other facility notes. We do not reserve parking for vehicles or non-members at the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. Therefore, if you want to park, there's a huge parking lot right here that you can take advantage of. So if you're driving in, you would take your left onto Harbor Way and take your first left. There's a little gate where you take a ticket and you can go and park, right in here. It's not that long a walk, maybe 2.5 extra minutes. Let's see, ice. On the morning of the event at the Santa Barbara Yacht Club, right in the parking lot in front of the club, we'll have a bin full of ice. It appears that this year there'll be 20-pound bags, and those 20-pound bags will be available to take. Obviously, that's more than some of you need. We'll also have some bags that we have bagged here at Santa Barbara that'll probably be about 7 pounds. So if you're a smaller boat, you want to grab one of those 7-pound bags, that's totally encouraged. If you're a bigger boat, please grab one of those big 20-pound bags. That was the smallest bag we could get this year. So they are free and included within your entry. Please don't take more than you need so that we make sure all competitors get the ice they need. There's some other information on the event site, like facility information. Everything we've been talking about, by the way, is under logistics. As you can see here, marina, gate entry, yacht club facilities, etc. But if you want to click on this stuff, you can, but there's also some information about hoists and trailers. If you need trailer storage, I haven't gotten any requests for that, so there's less. I'm not going to cover that in this briefing. But what I do want to say is that you can find everything you need kind of in here under logistics, and hopefully that will be helpful for you if you missed anything in this briefing here. Okay, so I'm going to move on to some of the food stuff. So food stuff is under schedule. Just so you know, we'll have Thursday night our standard party, but we're going to be doing a little bit of different dinner. And the reason we're doing that is we could lower the cost. So $20 out the door gets you the buffet of marinated thinly sliced tri-tip sandwiches, barbecue chicken confit, some baked beans, green salad, coleslaw, macaroni salad. So it'll be an awesome spread. And it's $20 out the door, which is nice. So it makes it a little bit easier. The next morning on Friday, July 30th, we will have a breakfast buffet, which is $15 all inclusive, meaning $15 out the door. That includes tax and tips. So you're not really paying, you're paying quite a bit less actually. It's like $11 or something like that, plus tax and tip, which works out to about 15. So let's see here. The other things too is when you get to King Harbor, they'll have the complimentary snacks. Their bar will be open late Friday night. They have their items open Saturday morning, etc. Finally, I want to point out that the shrimp feed used to be 2 seatings. It is now only 1 seating at 6 o'clock on Saturday, July 31st, following the awards presentation, which will be at 4 p.m. Okay. All right, so let's move on to racing things, because that's the most important part. So for racing, first and foremost, we're going to have one of Noah's guys send us over a weather report, and I'm going to just email that out to everybody. I'm just looking at it briefly so far. Everything looks pretty good, and it could be a great race, I think. But I'm going to hold off on saying any more than that at this time because it's Wednesday and things could change. But we'll have a weather briefing sent out Friday morning that will be customized for us by Noah. I want to review a couple of things as we go through this. As I've mentioned, the sailing instructions are online. As you'll notice in the sailing instructions, there is a check-in. There's 2 check-ins. When you arrive to Santa Barbara, you're going to want to check in at our registration desk, which will be right in front of the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. It'll be hard to miss. And then there's a second check-in right here as you're leaving the harbor Friday morning. So the check-ins happen, if you go to the schedule, the check-ins happen on Thursday from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock, registration desk open. This is where you can get your merchandise. You pick up your sailing instruction packet, all the information we're going over right now. It's all printed for you and laid out in a packet and a folder for you so that you can just grab it and go. And then, of course, for anybody we need to collect additional slip fees from or anything like that, we can take care of that at that time. That's open from 1 to 6 on Thursday and then 8 to 10 on Friday. That's one of the registration/check-ins. But the other check-in I'm talking about is as you're leaving the harbor, the Santa Barbara harbor, you're going to go ahead and check in by holding up your sail packet. So you're leaving Friday morning and there's gonna be a boat anchored right here. It might just be a rib, but they'll want you to hold up your sail number, and there's a little piece of paper that says crew number. So we want to know how many souls on board. So that means like when you leave the harbor, if you got 10 people, you write the number 10 on the crew number thing, and the sail number packet you hold up so they know, okay, that's who we're checking in right now. That boat's going to be on the water. This is a safety check-in, basically. We're making sure we know you're going out and how many people are going with you. So don't forget the check-in aspect. Okay, so one of the most confusing things about this race, I wouldn't call it confusing. I've seen a boat get confused usually once a year. And it's this schedule of starts and class assignments. So I'm going to repeat that. Attachment A, schedule of starts, is exceptionally important, and your class assignment. So I'll start with attachment A. Here it is. It is all posted right now, live for you guys can see it at sbyc.org/SB2KH. There is an orange start line with orange marks to port of the race committee. These classes will start on that orange start line. These classes here on the right side will start on the yellow starboard start line. Okay, so I'm not sure how people get confused on this, but I think the biggest thing they get confused about is like, wait, what class am I in and who's starting? And so, okay, here's which classes are starting when. Now let's go back and figure out what class you're in. So let's say you're Valhalla, a good friend of mine. So, and they say, okay, Valhalla, what class am I? Okay, I'm a PHRFA. PHRFA. So that's, here's our class breaks. This is posted as well. And you're going to go to your attachment A, say, where does PHRFA start? They are the second start on the yellow starboard start line. Okay, and so that's what they want to remember. That's very, very important. So that's pretty much it. What's important also to understand is it's a rolling 5-minute, right? So our warning signal's at 11:55. That means start 1 is at noon, and at noon is the warning for start 2. So if you're ULDB, well, PHRFA, to stick with the Valhalla thing here, they are the second start. That means their warning signal's at 12 and their start is at 12:05. Okay. The other thing I'd like to point out is that there's a mark inside and outside on each side. So there's 2 orange marks, 2 yellow marks. That's the start line. There's a little space in between here, and that could be 50 feet to 100 feet by accident if we don't do a great job at setting that mark. But you can't go in between the race committee and that mark. Okay, that is an obstructed area. So, and you're not starting. So you're starting if you go between these 2 yellow marks or these 2 orange marks if you're starting on the correct side. If you start on the wrong side, that's a did not start. So that's a really costly penalty for an event like this. So be sure to review attachment A, start schedule, and your class breaks, and make sure you understand what class you're in, when you're starting, on what line you're starting. That's something I would definitely have your crew memorize. Finally, if you have any questions about it or see anything that confuses you, you can certainly reach out to me. My email is racing@sbyc.org. I want everybody to start perfectly on this thing and have a great race. So I'm not looking to keep any secrets. I'm happy to give you information. The other documents that have been posted on here, attachment B, the cruising class log, only applies to the 6 boats that are racing the cruising class. Okay, I'm not going to go into this, but there's your cruising class log. It is also in your sailing instructions packet, so you can simply, go in there and rip it out of the book if you lose the copy we give you in your folder, but it's back here somewhere. There it is, attachment B. So anyway, moving on. These entries by sail number and entries by boat name are simply for you to understand, like, okay, these other boats are in my class. Okay, I'm Valhalla. I want to find expression session. And they've got their sail number right here. They've got their boat name right here. So you should be fine with just a class assignment. But if you're like, I want to find out who I'm near, and I don't want to look through that thing, I have entries by sail number, so you can just go right through it. I've removed all the USAs and the M's and the A's. So it's just the number that you're looking for. And then there's an entries by boat name. So if you happen to see on the side of the boat or on the back of the boat, it's Chim Chim. Not everybody pretty much knows which one that is, but or Captain Sluggo, you see that on the side of the boat. Then you can go ahead and say, okay, where's Captain Sluggo? What's their number? What do they rate? How are we doing? So that's how that works. Okay. We sort of talked about the start. We've talked about checking in. We've talked about some of the class assignments and all that jazz. The finish is something I'd like, and I'm sure that King Harbor wants me to touch base. And so I'm going to say, please review in sailing instruction 18 and 19, because as you see, when you finish, you're going through this finish inside the harbor here, and it's tight. It's tight. So we just want you to be very cautious in that area. So if you finish and turn right around, you want to be looking for boats right behind you. You also want to understand that how the race committee identifies you at the finish is very important. If you're a cruising class boat, you got to have that sail up so they can see your sail number, right? So, if for some reason you're cruising and your sail number is like furled up or something like that, it's just really important. So please reread instruction 18 and 19 if you haven't already. Read it and read it again. Okay. Let's see here. The final things I'd like to go on to is the tracking. Okay, so a couple other things we have on here is our media tab and our results tab. You'll find live results posted 2021. That'll be live as people finish. We also have our race tracker, which I'd like to thank Jason Herring from King Harbor Yacht Club to put that together. And so here it is. And so what we're hoping is this is all done off of either your AIS, if you have it, or your cell phone. And so we'd like to ask everybody to do it. And because this is done on cell phones, like, we understand that we can't really require that at this time, but it would be really fantastic if we could get everybody to do it, so that there would be, the tracking would be sort of good and up to date. We've heard people mention, oh, well, I don't want people seeing where we are. So we're putting a little bit of a delay on reporting where everybody is. So it'll be like delayed by 15 minutes. So that way, if somebody's like making some dramatic move that they don't want others to see, they won't see it right away anyway. So it'll take a long time for somebody to take a hard turn and try to chase somebody out if they've got a 15-minute head start. And we're open to hearing from competitors on that. We want this to be something people want to do. But anyway, this is where you can view it. In your packets that you'll pick up at check-in, there's a how to activate your boat's race tracker. This link here is a generic one, so use the piece of paper that is in your race packet. And also, I encourage you to reach out to Jason Herring, and his email is it's JAHERRING@usa.net. So you can reach out to Jason Herring at usa.net, and that will he'll give you help too if you need it. So feel free to reach out to him. That is the race tracker there. Other than that, we are looking forward to a fantastic 2021 Santa Barbara to King Harbor race. We're so stoked to have you with us. 48th running of this event. So we're gearing up as we get closer to the 50th in a couple of years here. But we're stoked to have you guys back. We really hope you can make the party on the beach on Thursday night. We'll have an awesome barbecue classic rock band out of the blue, which should be really, really good. I think people will really enjoy it. We just had an epic Fiesta Cup party here. So just last week. So we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow and Friday. So everybody take care and safe travels. If you have any questions, reach out to us at the Santa Barbara Yacht Club Race Office, 805-965-8112 and at racing@sbyc.org. Thanks.